recording software crashed upon stopping the recording, and so the last 2 games of the season that I've just finished have been recorded nowhere. Dog. So we've got a bit of a roundup this way instead, whilst I can still remember what went on, and we'll talk a bit about the end of this season, beginning of next. Hopefully this one will record. So it was Liverpool first. Lots of our players were unfit because it had only been 2 days since. Oh god, yeah, you won't even have. I've lost all the recording of me talking about the previous games. So it was Swansea and Palace we did on camera. Burnley we won 2-0. Voss and Müller, comfortable win. And I'm going to skip ahead because then the Bournemouth game was also Voss and Müller who scored, just the other way around. Müller coming back into the side at the very tail end of the season and doing fantastically for us. And Voss having been a great purchase, thank you very much. In the middle was West Ham, 1-1, a kick in their teeth, the really late goal, 94th minute. Slightly annoying, but in the grand scheme of things, it hasn't made any real difference. We'll see the league table in a minute. Why? We finished off then with 2 draws on camera, essentially. The Liverpool game, we were 2-0 down, dead and buried. We're playing our defensive formation, but we pulled it back. 2 goals straight after half-time, including Odegaard actually scoring with an amazing run and belting it into the corner of the net. You missed me on camera yelling at him not to shoot. And then the Everton game was really long. We were 1-0 up at the start, and that sending off, you can see, with Pereira was not... all the stuff in the game was going on about it being a horrendous tackle and everything. He won the ball, and their player didn't even fall over. So I've frankly no idea what the game thinks it depicted, but it certainly wasn't that. So very annoying. But we did, in the end, only need a point to get 9th position. It was Leicester we were vying with for 9th. 9th over 10th was an extra £2 million. And Leicester lost their game, so we did only need a draw in the end, which is what we got. And what's the league table? There we go. So there we are, 52 points, beating Leicester on goal difference as a result of their loss, which was nice. All they had to do was draw, and they'd have beaten us, but that's fair enough. Bournemouth, Palace and Norwich go down, so I'll be looking at their teams to see who we can pilfer. And Manchester United winning. Well, yeah, guaranteed a win, although they've still got a game left to play. And Swansea confirmed safe. So we've been given 40 million, I think. Yes, we got 40.5 million to spend. They didn't up our wage budget any, which was slightly annoying. That remains at 500k. So I probably won't be able to spend all of that 40 million because some of it's going to have to go into balancing out the wage budget, which is a little bit of a pest. No idea who particularly I'm looking for. I've only had one offer in at the moment just because it was a player coming out of contract. I'm aware that Hogg is about 90 years old and McTominay's only on loan. So this is a defensive midfielder, kind of youngish, so can probably develop still a little bit more. He's willing to come to us for not much more wages than that, really. So squad player, but on the cheap. That's all right because our squad is very thin. If we have a look at it, because we're on bloody holiday now. So Gazaniga in goal concerns me. Not he doesn't concern me because he's wanted, and one of the teams that wants him is Liverpool. So he's really going to want to go if they come in with a bid, which is annoying. Particularly annoying because he's only valued at 8 million. I wouldn't want to sell him for lower than 20. But sometimes if I try to push the value, he'll get really grumpy with me. And so, yeah. Defensively, I'm very happy with our centre two of Bonilla and Scalvini. Although Bonilla's value should be higher, in my opinion. Especially when you consider that the backup of O'Connell, who's barely been playing, is valued at like 4 times that. But yep, Scalvini, Bonilla, I see them being with us for a while now. No need to replace either of those. So I'll only look at getting anyone else in if they're a clear upgrade for probably Porteous. He's the one I could spare from the back, certainly. Right back, Sessegnon is fine, although as I noticed on camera that you didn't see, he's like not improved at all this season. And I know our training facilities aren't great, but he's been playing like loads of games, 28. So I was a bit disappointed by the lack of improvement there. Walker-Peters will be going back, so another right back to vie with Sessegnon is something I'll consider. Left is fine. Alves is doing great. His value's slowly creeping up. And he has been developing quite nicely, which is excellent. Pardon me. And, Kenlock's okay. Decent squad player. Don't need to replace him. Midfield. McTominay's going back. Hogg is quite elderly by now. He's coming to 33. Slow, not rubbish yet, but his wages are a monster. If I can move him on, I will do, mostly to do with wages. The annoying thing is he is our captain, and he's very good at it. Leadership 15, so that's a bit of a pest, but yeah, his wages are annoying. He's got the clause as well, so he always matches the highest wage earner. Pereira, Grealish, brilliant. Grealish is... Oh, no, it's not coming up now. Grealish, literally, like a few days ago, was wanted by Cardiff. Not quite sure they can afford him on that wage, but I wouldn't want to sell him. The tricky thing about keeping Grealish is he almost plays in too many positions. So knowing it doesn't help me regarding what formation we should be playing. Because he can do all sorts of different things, which is both really useful, but not such a great guide. Pereira's been brilliant, definitely keeping him, and his improvement's been awesome. He is a great player and will get greater. Very happy with him. Odegaard, anyone? No, he was wanted by Norwich. We're looking at him, and if they came in for him on value, I would think about it. Stats-wise, he's great, apart from the finishing. Yeah. But he only contributed to 7 goals. So it's a contribution to 1 in 3. Compare it to Pereira, Grealish, they're both better than him. And so given that he was free, and if we're getting 14 odd million for him, yeah. Izzy Brown, squad player, was free, fine. I think he's quite happy being a squad player. Spalek on the right has been better than his stats, in my opinion. Scored 9. If he'd scored 1 more, I think would have had to pay someone like $500,000 because a clause would have been fulfilled. But he's done great, and again, look, still improving at age 25. Brilliant, just been brilliant for us. Mueller, if he had asked me, I don't know, half a dozen games ago, I'd have been happy to be rid. But towards the end of the season, he's been great. He's been really good. What is this? The form? Reports, form. Yeah, I mean, look at that. How's that to a finish? Goal, assist, assist and goal. Amazing. But where was it? Down here. Think about that. There's only 20 matches in that form table. Why can't I scroll? Is that just the most recent 20, perhaps? Yeah. Sorry, my dog has jumped up on me. Can you see that? Where's my camera view? No, you can't see my dog. So yes, at the moment, Mueller is definitely staying up front. Kind of depends what I do formation-wise again. Mavididi was wanted for a bit by some Italian team, but they've disappeared again. Astoria or something like that. I think a Serie B team. And he is a championship level player. If a bid comes in on value, I would sell him and thank him with a great big hug for everything he did for us in the championship. Because he came in the winter and was brilliant. But then even then, between Voss, Vido, Martinez is probably the least of the 3. And even Vido, he's been great for us. He's got 10 in 17. But our coaching staff do consider him to be just a very good championship player. So if I see a better prospect, I would think about it. Voss is fantastic. Voss is absolutely Premier League. He's going to get brilliant. And so he's staying. Why is he only 550? Surely his value should have gone up. He's getting better. Perhaps I'll get him a new contract. Yeah, I might reward him. He's been brilliant. But really what I'm looking for up front will depend on whether I'm thinking ahead to 2 up front next season or just 1. Weirdly, a lot of our best games have come when we've played that defensive formation with a defensive midfielder. And that definitely only means 1 up front. And so, yeah, I don't need Mavididi and Martinez and Voss and Vido all for that. So that's where we are going into the transfer window. It's going to be a long one, so lots of clicking for me, but 40.5 million. It definitely gives us options. Just to give you an idea, if I go to player search and clear it, Always a bit slow. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And just refresh that as well. So these are all the players that would be interested in transferring to us. And, you know, it's starting to get some higher wages now. There's Harry Wilson. Would now be happy. Wouldn't give us the time of day when we try to get him on loan for 2 seasons in a row, but be happy to come to us now. I mean, that'd be a big chunk of our wage budget on one player. And would he replace Spalleck, Müller? Tricky one. It's not quite the position I'd be looking for new blood in. Oh, Fiat Arps. Ooh, I've owned him in a Newcastle save. Look at him. He is fairly tasty. Let me just, what I remember, scout him just to see how available he is. That is an example of someone that I would change around formation wise for. Not bad at all. With some of those teams going down, they'll all have like relegation release clauses that will now all become active. So I'll certainly be looking at some of those. That's how I got Grealish. Looking at those interested and listed. Anyone particular? Dodo's not a bad left back. That was a bit late in the game for him. He is 30. Yeah, strength's a little on the wane there. Who else? God, Danny Welbeck still going. If you want someone who'll run a bit for 5 games in a season, he's your man. Ooh, Lucas Paqueta. He's normally a really good playmaker. Ooh. See, that's someone who would definitely replace Odegaard. He's transfer. Is he transfer listed? What's he listed for? Asking price 14.5. I'll think about him. Let's scout him. He's very, very classy. Calvert-Lewin's all right as a striker. Playing on the left as well. Not bad. Jamie Shackleton's defensive. Matt Doherty's a right back. 30 years old. He's okay. But I wouldn't pay 17 million for him. I'd sign him on a free. And the most expensive transfer listed player who would come to us is Andrea Patagna, who is a striker. He's a target man. So, see, if I was playing 2 up front, someone like this would be ideal. So, go on then. Let's just strike him, scout him. All right. And we'll see who my scouts turn up. Usually championship level talent, knowing them. Very frustrating. So, that's where we are. Hopefully this will record when I press the F8 button, because last one bloody didn't. Ha! See the promise there, Nicholas Spalleck. We promised him we'd finish in the top half in order to sign him. Got lucky on that one, didn't we? But yeah, that's not been a bad season. It just means next season better than 9th. I mean, God, 2nd season for a European place. A little ambitious, isn't it? But you know, we finished very strongly indeed. That was a fairly rank spell, but that's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 without a loss against some very good teams. Well, Liverpool. Right. So, I'm going to do lots of continuing, buyings and sellings and all that jazz. And you'll do lots of whatever you do, and we'll meet together again, probably tomorrow for you, and we'll see how on earth we've gotten on. Right. Thanks for watching, folks. Toodaloo.